Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the voice of the Universal Championship Wrestling League, V-Pac here. I'm here today to announce that after dealing with some rather annoying technical difficulties, aka my PS4 dying and having to move everything over to my PS5, and then having to wait until I got paid to get a second PS5 controller, all 7 nights of the second annual Criscione Cup are finally done. And I am here today to announce that the second annual Criscione Cup will be starting this coming Sunday, July 13th. That's right, this Sunday, July 13th, we'll be kicking off the second annual Criscione Cup. And I am here today to announce not only the entire lineup for the tournament, but also a few extra bonus matches that you will be seeing as well. With that said, let's reveal this year's bracket. In match number 1, it'll be the Reactors, Tyrone, Magnus, and Akasan, facing off against the representatives of the All-Star Call League, former ACL Prime Tag Team Champions, Lucky and Stinger, the Q Rangers. With the team that wins that match moving to round 2, where they will be facing off against the representatives of the United Wrestling League, Kyle Wake and Coy Webb, the original Sofa King Awesome. Match number 2 of the tournament will be seeing the MVPs for UCWL in the previous Criscione Cup, Ricochet and the Flea, Mucha Lucha, facing off against the representatives of New Dawn Pro, Peacemaker and Vigilante, Rock Never Dies. With the winning team to move on to round 2, where they'll be facing off against the representatives of the Fighting Call Wrestling League, Axel and Roxas, the organization. Match number 3 of the first round will see 2 legendary promotions go head-to-head as the representatives of the CAW Champions League, a team making their return to in-ring competition for the first time in a long while. Cash Money Chris James and the Big Rabowski, better known as Big Money, will be facing off against the representatives of No DQ CAW, former No DQ CAW Tag Team Champions, and a team that should be familiar to UCWL fans, Beavis and Butthead. And the team that wins that match will be heading to round 2 to face off against the only UCWL tandem to get a bye into the second round, the team of Haorong and Yonsong, the Sons of Soul. Match number 4 will be a real interesting one because it's a rematch from the first Holy Shitamania, as Cody Travers and Guy, collectively known as Final Fight, will face off against some old adversaries in the former UCWL Tag Team Champions, Captain Cold and Heatwave, the Rogues. With the winning team to move to round 2, where they will be facing off against the representatives of SCAW Superstars of Caw, former SCAW Tag Team Champions, Han Solo and Chewbacca, the Resistance. Match 5 in round 1 will be an uphill battle for one team, as the representatives of Zahia's Club of Wrestling, Micah and the Oppression, aka The End, will be facing off against the team of Captain Britain and Union Jack, better known as Excalibur. With the winning team to move to round 2, with their opponents being the representatives of Anime Championship Wrestling, Rock and Hugo, Cell 13. Match number 6 in round 1 will see the highly anticipated return of one team back to competition, as the very team that announced this tournament, the inaugural UCWL Tag Team Champions, Leonard Hofstadter and Sheldon Cooper, the Big Bang Theory, make their in-ring return as they will be facing off against Kato and Tremor, the Black Dragon. With the winning team moving on to round 2, where waiting for them will be the representatives of Bizarro ICCW, the team of Ponderosa and Sweden House. Match number 7. We see Christopher Maverick Blair and Todd Maniac Marshall, the Wing Commanders, in action, as they will be facing off against the representatives of the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance, El Blaze and Wolf Hawkfield, better known as the Blazing Wolves. With the winning team moving on to round 2, where they will be facing off against the representatives of New Japan Call Wrestling, the team of Raid Allen and Matt Thunder. And finally, in match number 8 of round 1, we will be seeing Edgar and Sabin, the Figaro brothers, have a daunting task ahead of them, as they have no idea who they will be facing, as they will be facing off against the Wildcard team, with the winning team moving on to round 2 to face off against the representatives of Totally Awesome Wrestling and Extreme Talent Wrestling, Steve Burns and Shaggy Rogers, the Clue Detectives. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the entire bracket for the second annual Criscione Cup. But we're not done just yet. We also have 2 bonus matches to announce that will be taking place on Night 7. First up, we have a special tag team showcase match, which will feature 2 teams from 2 up-and-coming promotions, as Tagama and Shizami, the Frieza Elite from New Universal Wrestling, will be facing off against the representatives from the Capcom Wrestling Association, Lucky Colt and Alexei Zalazov, the Hyper Cannons. And I will be doing some explanation on that whole situation once we get to that match on Night 7. And finally, as announced at Holy Shitamania 2, the VW World Championship will be on the line, as whoever walks out of Most Wanted, either defending champion Jamal Bedlam or challenger John Blackos, will be defending the championship against the Iron Chef himself, Masaharu Morimoto. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is all for now. We hope to see you all this coming Sunday for Night 1 of the second annual Criscione Cup. Until then, this is V-Pac signing off. Have a good day.